everybody, I'm Michael, and today I will be going over what I believe is the fastest and most efficient way to get the In Pursuit of Honor Glory Triumph in the Crucible in Destiny 2. This is the first part of the quest to get the Mountaintop primary grenade launcher weapon, and I'm sure a bunch of people are wanting to get this right now just because it is very good for boss damage in the new raid, and just raids in general, and PvP, PvE, it's just an all-around great weapon. So I was able to get 100% of my grenade launcher defeats, my double kills, and my incalculated trajectory medals, which is getting 3 grenade launcher kills in 1 life. I was able to get that all within the span of 2 days. I did play a decent amount. I think it took about 20 hours to do, but this is still a lot faster. I was talking to some of my friends who got it before this method was possible, and it said it took them about a week or so, and I was able to do this in 2 days of playing pretty consistently. So I think this is a fairly effective method. So here we are going to just look over the loadout that I used. I was on a hunter. I used Night Stalker with the top tree here. I just liked it because a vanishing step is really helpful, and we also get the tether. Whenever you deal damage to one enemy, it goes to all the other enemies. I used Void Wall Grenade, which doesn't really matter. I used Triple Jump just because I liked the ability to kind of position yourself while in the air, and you definitely want to be using Marksman's Dodge because that allows you to reload your Fighting Lion while just dodging. So next we are going to look at my weapons. Your primary weapon definitely does not really matter as long as it is not an exotic. You can use whatever you want. You won't be using it almost at all unless you just really need to. For my secondary, I was using Fighting Lion. I don't really have any of the really good secondary grenade launchers or any of the primary ones. I don't have Militia's Birthright for my primary slot, and I also don't have Wing's Maul for my secondary, but I think this is probably the best alternative that I had. So I was using this. As you can see there, I got 197 enemies defeated with it, and I was also able to work on my catalyst a little bit, but I just thought this was a fairly consistent weapon to use in the secondary slot, especially since I don't have some of those other ones. If you do have a secondary grenade launcher with proximity mines or anything like that, I would definitely recommend using that because that'll probably work a little bit better than Fighting Lion, but I was still able to get by with Fighting Lion. So here is the play of the game that I ended up using. Unfortunately, I didn't get this until fairly late into my run doing this, but it does have proximity grenades, which is the perk that I really care about for this. It allows the grenades to kind of have almost a little burst area where if they just go past a target, they will hit them. Instead of having to hit the ground or hit something else, it'll just kind of explode if it's near a target. Velocity is also fairly important. That just helps you to kind of get the grenades to where they're trying to go a lot faster. So here I have my grenade and velocity radius maxed out. So here we have, see, all these would just kind of bring down velocity. That's very important. I had a blast radius masterwork, which I definitely didn't really want to upgrade because I don't really care about the blast radius. These perks aren't a huge factor, but if you get rampage or something, that'd probably be pretty nice. But proximity grenades is definitely the perk you're really looking for. Prior to getting that, I was trying to use this one, which is the normal one that you get out of the collections, which does have proximity grenades, but its velocity was just a little low for me, so I didn't end up using it. But it does have threat detector, which is pretty nice because most of the time you will be pretty close because grenade launchers don't have a whole lot of range, or at least you don't really want to be using them at range. So I was also trying to use out this one, which is the Palouse B. I thought this was a pretty good option too. It's just a blue grenade launcher. You can pull it from your kind of collection screen. So it also has proximity grenade. It doesn't have a great velocity, but it did work pretty well for when I was using it. For my exotic armor slot, I was using the 6th Coyote, which is fairly perfect because Xur was selling it this week and that's how I bought it. But its exotic perk is gain a second dodge charge, and as I mentioned earlier, you want to be using vanishing dodge, and this just allows you to have another charge of that. And within Mayhem, essentially if you use your dodge, by the time you want to use another dodge, you'll have the first one back, so you can just infinitely stack the dodges and essentially be invisible forever. And most of the time you just kind of run around and try to get heavy ammo, or at least that's what I was trying to do while invisible, and then I'd kind of throw a smoke grenade or just a normal kind of void wall grenade on there just so that I'd be able to secure the heavy without having anybody else get it. But the invisibility definitely helped me get into some situations where I was able to get some of those crucial double kills and calculated trajectory medals. But here we go. Let's go look at my triumph here. I do have it completed, as I mentioned, so we're going to go to the glory ranks and In Pursuit of Honor. There we go. Prior to starting this, I believe I had maybe 1% or less on each of them. I know I had 1% final blows, and I think I might have had 1% on all the others as well, but it definitely makes it a lot easier to be in the Mayhem playlist. Unfortunately, I made this video a little bit late just because I wanted to make sure that this was going to work and allow me to finish it. So here we go. here's the Crucible. We have the Mayhem playlist, and it'll be here until Tuesday on reset, so you do have a few days. So if you play as much as I was able to and get kind of as well as I was able to do in those games, then you'll definitely be able to finish this up before reset and Mayhem goes away. And even if not, you might be able to start and get a little bit of the progress on this very kind of, I guess, monotonous triumph. It takes a while to do, but it's a lot of fun when you're doing it with friends. I actually kind of enjoyed doing it in Mayhem. Some of my friends were saying that they did it in comp and quick play, and it just took forever, and they didn't have any fun, and I actually really enjoyed doing this method. So that's just what I was kind of figuring out is the fastest way to do it right now, because I know a lot of people are wanting this weapon for that new raid and trying to get it before the weekly reset on Tuesday so they can secure themselves that nice raid jacket. But anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, as well as comment any questions or anything you may have, or any other methods that you have found to get this any quicker, and I'll see you later.